Well, Coach, as far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
61. Matchbox lights.
Back.
Hard. 5.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Haywood.
41 Mike. Hey, that's
Go on.
Jim.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. 65 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check.
Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first-quarter grab here.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Undercrush.
On 1st and 10, Watson buying time to his left. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the 50, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
2. Check 15. Check 15. Show it up. Show it up. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up.
24.
Third and long. It's Watson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Hey, tight.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Shift. Hatchet.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. Yards on the scamper there.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Topper!
Kill.
Hey, Sam off!
First carry for Royce Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
41 Mike. Get ready.
Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock eluding the pressure right. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
50 plant. Hey, Alpha.
Here we go, dude. Here I come. 41's coming. 41's a Mike. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Hey, exit.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? I'm going to come back.
Get it.
Here's Lock to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round.
Check. Fresno. Kill. Hey, 31. Kill.
After the interception, here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a second down coming up. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Check out. Hot. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. And let's pin the mirrors back. 52's the mic, boys. 52. You ain't going no. Time to go.
To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. Hey, we heavy on the edges, Check 3. Hey, switch gears. Shoot. Hey, 59.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
He's coming. He's coming.
Protein spill. Hey, high 7. Now.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Angelo Blackson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He's checking. Crash.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1.
Rocket. Say go.
Locke going to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Got it.
41 Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass. 41's the Mike. 41's the
Five.
41. Watch the run. 41's coming. 41's the Mike. Come on, boy.
Hey.
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
5.
Throwing his Locke on third down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Angelo Blackson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch the pass. Hey, check back 34. Alert. Under 10. 10. Slam. Check 4, check 4.
Check 31, check 31. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Kill, 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 kill.
Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 69 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
You're out.
Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
On 2nd and 7. Lock. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You got 3 down.
Here's Lindsey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
On the ready.
41 Mike. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Out. Check 99.
Blue draw Corkers.
41's the mic. Check 41. 65. 65. Switch. You go tight.
Fair.
You got tight right there.
On 3rd down, Lindsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Out. 3 down.
Hard. Hey, Zoo. Get it.
Now to the air. Rock. This is caught. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brings up third down.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. A final shot before half for Locke. Yeah, he's got it. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, 25. Check.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, it's complete. Stills. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Lindsey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Leo!
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 25. Over. Run. And let's go.
On first down, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And the Texans first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 26. 24. Check 24.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll try the air now with Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Texans.
Watson on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from a yard out. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets him 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
We go set. 60 Pittsburgh. Now. Go.
41. I'm going to wedge that, huh? 3 buzz.
Hey, Sam on.
Now on second and 13. Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that'll make it third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 41.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go. Hey, 4-1's Mike. Go.
On third and long, it's Locke. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Markevius Mingo drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here's Jones. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Mike 54. Alert. Jim.
They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
Back to throw, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Watson. Flushed, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Check. Hey, Foxtrot.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Rock it.
Show it.
Ready.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
It's 4th down.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Come on.
Hey, lock it.
Kill.
Get it.
They'll go for it. It's locked. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.